Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a core text from the Bible under the title Spiritual Gifts for the Common Good. But, before we really get into the weeds here, let's just set the stage with a little historical context. So, the text we're analyzing was written by the Apostle Paul to a church in a city called Corinth. And in the first century, Corinth was this bustling, highly competitive, and incredibly diverse cultural hub. People there were literally obsessed with status, with intellect, and showing off their individual skills just to climb the social ladder. Honestly, it sounds a lot like the high-pressure environment of a modern college campus, doesn't it? Everyone's just trying to prove their worth, build up that resume, and somehow stand out from the crowd. Well, right into the status-obsessed culture, Paul drops a profoundly radical truth about where our abilities actually come from, and more importantly, what they're meant to be used for.
Okay, let's just read the verse directly. 1 Corinthians 12, verse 7 says, "Now to each one, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good." This is literally the foundational finding, the whole main argument we're going to unpack today. Notice the specific phrasing here. Paul is telling the Corinthians and us that these manifestations, these spiritual gifts, are exactly that, gifts. They are given. This is a vital piece of Reformed Calvinist theology shining right through the text. God is sovereignly distributing these gifts according to his divine will. And notice, he gives them to each one. Nobody is left out. If you're a believer, he has entrusted you with a gift. But the real kicker is the end of the verse, for the common good. Your gift isn't some trophy meant to sit in your dorm room. It's a tool meant for your community.
To give you the big picture first, here's our roadmap. Number 1, gifts with a purpose. 2, different gifts, same source. 3, for the common good. And 4, how to live it out.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Gifts with a Purpose, Intentionality and Design.
Moving right along to Section 2, Different Gifts, Same Source, Unity in Diversity.
Now, this right here is a massive key finding. No one earns these gifts and no one owns them. They are given by God according to his will. This is the absolute heartbeat of Reformed Calvinist theology, right? You literally cannot study hard enough, network well enough, or be morally perfect enough to earn a spiritual gift. It is an act of pure grace, and on top of that, you don't even own it. You're just a steward. God is the one who distributes these gifts entirely according to his sovereign will. So why does this matter so much? Well, because if you didn't earn it, you can't boast about it. It completely destroys human pride. If you're a college student sitting in a massive lecture hall right now, feeling either super proud of your intellect or conversely feeling deeply inadequate compared to everyone around you, this reframes the whole picture. The focus has to shift away from the gift itself and entirely onto God, the one who creatively and purposefully gives it.
Which brings us to Section 3, for the common good, strengthening the community.
And this perfectly captures the contrast between two totally different theories fighting for our attention every single day. Just look at culture's view on the left. It's relentlessly pushing us to use our strengths for personal gain, wealth, or recognition. It's the ultimate look-at-me mentality. But contrast that with God's design on the right, calling us to actually use what we've been given to serve others and strengthen the community. These two theories are in direct opposition. As a college student, the culture around you says your degree is solely for your future financial gain. But God's design? It tells you that whatever knowledge and skills you are acquiring right now are tools meant to serve the world and honor him. When we operate according to God's design, the entire community thrives, and God gets the glory, not us.
So, what does this actually look like on campus? That brings us to Section 4, how to live it out, putting it into practice.
Okay, so here is a clear, step-by-step process for putting this into practice right now. Step 1, stop comparing and thank God for your gifts. Seriously, if you are constantly staring at someone else's abilities, you're entirely missing the beauty of what God has purposefully given you. Stop looking at your classmates' success and just start thanking God for your unique wiring. Step 2, shift your mindset from how can this benefit me to how can this help others. Guys, this is a radical rewiring of the brain. When you walk into your dorm or a classroom or the student union, instead of thinking about what you can extract from that room, ask what God has equipped you to give to it. Step 3, step out and use your gifts to serve. You've got to take action. Even if it feels a little awkward at first, or if your contribution feels small, it is deeply meaningful in God's economy.
If we had to boil all this research, all that historical context, and the entirety of Paul's profound theological argument down into one single clear conclusion, it's just this: use your gifts to serve others.
That's the ultimate takeaway of our explainer today. Recognize that God has graciously, intentionally equipped you, and honestly, the only appropriate response to that kind of grace is to turn outward and serve the people He's placed around you.
As we start to wrap up, I've got 2 reflection questions derived straight from the source material for you to genuinely chew on this week. First, what gifts or strengths has God given you to serve others? Like, take an honest inventory. What are you naturally good at? What do people always come to you for? Acknowledge that those things are directly from Him. Second, how can you intentionally use what you have this week for the common good? Now notice that word intentionally. It doesn't just happen by accident. You actually have to plan to serve.
So I'm just going to leave this final question hanging right here for you. How can you intentionally use what you have this week for the common good? Whether you're pulling an all-nighter studying for finals, helping out a campus club, or just chilling with your roommates, you possess something given by God meant to build them up. Don't hide it. Don't hoard it for yourself. Step out and serve. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see how you all put this into practice out in the real world.